Terence Crawford, Canelo, that's the biggest fight in boxing, hands down.
Canelo, His Excellency has named you and Terence Crawford as one of the top 5 fights that he wants to see this year. Do you think he's too small to compete with you?
No, he's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. He's a smart fighter, and I take everything seriously.
We all know Canelo is great. We all know he's big. We all know he's strong. He got good timing. He got good punching power. He moves his head well. He's a good counter puncher. We all know all that things about Canelo, you know, but we never seen Terence Crawford at 168. So we don't know. We don't know if Terence Crawford can take his punch power. We don't know if Canelo is going to be able to box, you know, toe for toe with Terence. We don't know if Canelo's going to be able to push him around. We think we know Canelo's going to be able to walk him down because he's been in that weight class longer than Crawford. But in reality, we don't know. You know, that's why two fighters fight. You know, so I'm just excited to be in a position to have the opportunity to be in the ring with another all-time great, and it's going to be an exciting fight. And I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to winning.
He signed a multi-fight deal with Canelo for $400 million. I think it's a 5-fight deal for $400 million. I think that's what's been reported. I don't know if that's accurate, but Terence Crawford's the first one to become undisputed in 3 different weight classes.
There you go.
Wow.
Something that never been done before.
Right.
It's greatness. Like I said, this is my era, and I'm taking it. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. Go up 3 weight classes from 147 to 168. In the win,
Yeah.
and become undisputed. Wow. What can they say? What can they say?
Well, then you're in like the greatest of all time discussion.
I want to be 3-time undisputed.
To jump up like that 21 pounds,
Yes.
that would be crazy.
I just believe in my abilities. You know, Canelo's not a big guy. You know,
Right.
he's 5'8".
Right, fought at 52 when he fought Floyd.
He's big, like muscular wise, but far as like height,
Right.
nah. So, you know, we had to see.
That would be insane. For you to go from 140 all the way up to 168.
That'd be dope.
Woo! So Crawford got on scale the other day. He was 185 pounds.
Really?
Yes. And he's doing deadlifts. He was doing deadlifts with 450 pounds. Crawford is a strong dude. He's so good, and he's the best switch hitter in the game. Maybe the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he's so intelligent. Like his boxing is so clever. He sets traps. Crawford is 37?
Yeah, I'm looking at a thing right now.
How old is Canelo? I think he's 35. 34, 35? He's still in his prime. That would be an absolutely phenomenal fight.
It's crazy, man. Listen, I say Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo?
Yes, Terence win. But listen, Terence, it's different man. Terence work in two sides. Two sides.
Right.
Right.
Switch hitter.
Yes.
He's a switch hitter.
Yes. Right and left. But it's very smart man. It's very, very, very smart. But feel distance and place.
Adjustment.
Spacing,
Exactly.
boxing. You don't think the weight difference will be a factor too much?
Mario, you're asking him?
Canelo big. Yeah, Canelo too. It's a good boxer. But I say Terence.
Wow.
We're looking to try to make history and get out. Get his big bank and get out. His big bank is who? Canelo. He willing to take that gamble, see if he can beat him. If he beats him, he may go fight Benavidez next.
I don't think that should happen. Look, I like Crawford, and I think Canelo is a beast at that weight. Honestly, I would advise Crawford not to do that.
Canelo is a guy that has power but is constantly working on it. He's a guy who already had big power, but he's constantly working and developing that power.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but He went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost.
How is Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
Yeah, I don't think he can, in all honesty. You're coming up from 35, 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like, he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight, trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running, but he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him. Yeah, you know.
I can't go down anymore. And everybody's gonna say this too small, it's too small, it's too small, and then, you know, Terence Crawford his fighter is different.
I think that Crawford would be the superior boxer, as great as Canelo is. As seasoned as he is, with 65 fights, if I recall, on his record, he's phenomenal. But Crawford is something special. I think that he's a better pure boxer. I think boxing-wise, he's going to give Canelo fits. My concern is that he won't hurt Canelo. And if he doesn't hurt Canelo and can't hurt Canelo, then Canelo keeps coming. Similar to how he stalked Charlo. How he stalked, once he had Plant hurt, he chased after him. Canelo is a very powerful individual. Can Crawford hurt him? I would pick Crawford to win if he can box and stay away. I don't believe he can hurt Canelo. And if Canelo catches him, it could be trouble. I just believe that Crawford hasn't been in the ring with anybody this powerful.
Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford is the most anticipated fight in boxing right now, and it's supposed to be happening this September. A true mega fight between two of the best in the sport. Terence Crawford, in most people's eyes, has the skill advantage, constantly switching stances, outclassing opponents with timing, precision, and footwork. But Canelo is no slouch either, a phenomenal boxer who seems to keep getting better every year in every aspect of his game. The big question is, can Terence Crawford deal with the size and power of Canelo, who's now a strong, wide man walking around at 190 plus pounds and fighting at 168? While Crawford has spent most of his career in the much smaller weight classes, many fans have different opinions. Some believe Canelo will dominate with his physical strength, pressure, and body work, while others think Crawford's elite skill level will make up for the size disadvantage. One of the most interesting picks came from heavyweight legend Alexander Usyk, who surprisingly chose Terence Crawford to win. And coming from a smaller man who beat giants in the heavyweight division, Usyk knows better than anyone that it's not always about size, it's about skill. Personally, I still think Canelo wins. Hit like on the video if you can't wait for this mega fight. Let me know who you think wins in the comments. And subscribe for the best combat sports edits.